Welcome, people. This is your boy Rome. Welcome back to the channel. Make sure you drop a like on the video, subscribe somewhere down here if you're new. And today we're going to talk about Manchester United and Ten Hag's futures, his plans. I think that these players that he is probably going to get for the season, like my players I think he's going to get, will help us tremendously. And hopefully we can move forward. So before we get any further, referee, blow the whistle. Let's go. All right, so people, as you know, Ten Hag is going to have a massive task ahead of him this year. So today we're going to talk about transfers. You know, what type of players I think that he'll be bringing in this year? But before we do that, let's talk a little bit about. But before we do that, people, let's talk a little bit about these two players right here that I think we have to big up and show a big respect for. All right. So as you know, I'm a Twitter fan. So I'm always on Twitter looking for news, looking for highlights, looking for, the footballing world, especially Manchester United. So I'm gonna go ahead and highlight some news that we saw over this week. To talk about different news that's going about Manchester United and talk about the effects that we could have from Manchester United. So first, let's go with this guy right here, Annibal Mejri. What he's saying is that Annibal Mejri sits with experienced players after meals at away games, asking questions. He has also assisted Alejandro Garnacho integrated into the first team setup, driving him to Old Trafford before coach to the lorry for the Norwich games. Now, to me, this is very important. I think it's important because he is doing what others have done to him. He's incorporating himself into the team, asking important questions. I mean, can you imagine asking Cristiano Ronaldo about diet, asking Cristiano Ronaldo how to kick the ball, that kind of stuff from a young player go with the ambition to be a great player for Manchester United? That has to be a great, great, great attribute to have for him to go and ask questions to Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's also encouraging Alejandro Garnacho to join the team as well, driving him to the coach for the games. That is very good, and I like that. The next thing we want to talk about is the Cristiano Ronaldo effect of Manchester United. Now, without Cristiano Ronaldo's goal contribution in the Premier League this season, which is 19, it would have been 10 points below the relegation zone. Can you imagine Manchester United being 10 points above the relegation zone without Cristiano Ronaldo's goals? That goes to show that the other team is not scoring, but it also shows that Cristiano Ronaldo is still the best player around the world, without a shadow of a doubt, the GOAT, without a shadow of a doubt. And I like the fact that Cristiano Ronaldo will be here next year. I'm hoping that he can have a striking partner that could share the brunt of the football with him. Who can play in the Europa League, play in the FA Cup and stuff like that, but make sure him focus on the league and score as many goals as he possibly can. Being he has 2 years left, 1 year left in his contract, have him play some decent football and learn the sport, because he might be a coach one day. Now we're going to talk a little bit about transfers that I see going around over Manchester United and Twitterdom. And the first one I would like to talk about really is this one right here. This one, well, let me just read it out. It says, talks are ongoing and progressing well between Manchester United and Paul Torres representatives. Torres is United's #1 target. Now, I do believe that Paul Torres is very good. He's very good, Paul Torres. They tried to get him last year. It didn't work out. He's definitely an upgrade to Harry Maguire, that's for sure. And we all know that Maguire have positioning problems. He has awareness problems. We know that for a fact, and he's slow. No, I don't think he's an upgrade to Harry Maguire. It's not better than Varane, but better than Harry Maguire. I don't think he's value for money, because they're going to be asking for 70 mil at best. And we don't have 70 mil to waste on Harry Maguire and Paul Torres right now. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be very tough. But again, we need a defender anyway. So if we can scoop one up, hey, let's make it happen, fam. Let's make it happen. This is what I want to talk about. I saw this tweet on Manchester City, Man U, and all the stuff about Declan Rice. I need to show this to you guys and then tell you what I think about this whole Man City, Man U, Chelsea whole debacle. Okay? It says Man City will send an early deposit to Eric Ten Hag and MUFC by joining the summer battle for West Ham's 100 million star Declan Rice. Now, I know how good Declan Rice is. I've been watching him all season and the season before that. I know he's not 100 million. I know that for sure. But with the Premier League tax and the hype that they'll be throwing for against him is going to go over 100 million. Manchester United cannot afford 100 million. So should Man City go and buy him? By all means, fam, go. But I do not want Manchester United to waste 100 million on Declan Rice when he can get Kamara, Chumeni. There's so many different bars they can get for from 50 to 70 million other than Declan Rice, fam. So if you can get Declan Rice for 70 million, don't worry about him. Tell him you're sorry, but you can go, fam. He can go. It's time for him to go. And then we have this other ball I have to talk about. No, I've been talking about him for like 4 years now. Since I think first time first time Pogba said he wanted to leave about 2 years ago or 3 years ago, I said when Pogba leaves, this man needs to be the replacement, right? And I've been watching him ever since that day. And I'm going to tell you right now who he is. His name is Sergei Milankovic-Savic. Sergei Milankovic-Savic. Remember that name because believe me, this man was, and still is a beast, fam. Now, Manchester United and PSG both have offered 65 million for Sergei Milinkovic-Savic. Now, Milinkovic-Savic, he speaks English very well as well. So he's not you have to worry about him speaking English. The thing is, he's extremely talented and strong. Similar to Pogba. Tall as Pogba. Doesn't have the attitude as Pogba, but he's very, very talented. His passing is sublime. Short pass, long passes, scoring goals. He's going to be a beast in the Premier League, a freaking beast in the Premier League. We just need to strap a bid for him. So I don't know, 65 mil, maybe not. But let's see what he can do. Pogba leaves now, so that number 6 position is waiting for him to take over. Just waiting. Now, as you know, I'm Jamaican, Manchester United. So I'm going to leave the last one for best, which is the youth named the Jed Spence. No, this man is a Manchester United fan from a kid. I'm a Manchester United fan. And he's now playing for Nottingham Forest. He's on loan from Middlesbrough, playing for Nottingham Forest, and he's a Manchester United fan. Now, Nottingham Forest, the Jed Spence dream is to play for Manchester United one day. He's a United fan. Liverpool. All right, Man City, a lot of people are asking for him. They're asking for 12 to 15 mil for him. But Manchester United cannot clip up on this opportunity. We are too much right now in the deficit when it comes to right back. We have Aaron Bissaka, who is crap. We have Dalot, which is crap. We have Ethan Laird, who is on loan. We need a right back. And I think that in 1 or 2 years, this boy is going to be a peak of a right back. It's going to be a prime right back. And I do think that if we can get him in, have him play a few games, develop as a footballer, he will be the right back that can bring our football forward without a doubt, defensively and forward. So let's bring this man into the team, fam. Who are recruiting team? Who are recruiting Man U? Who are doing recruiting? This man right here. This man is a peak of a footballer. He's at his prime right now, scoring goals left, right, and center, and not only goals, but free kicks for shame, bam. Free kicks for shame. David Beck, no one has scored as much free kicks in the Premier League as this man ever since David Beckham, fam. And we need to go to Southampton and say, listen to me, I need you. Let me just give you a little bit of money so you can get Ward Prowse, fam. Ward Prowse. Remember that name. Ward Prowse is going to be a beast of a footballer. A beast. Anyway, best of yourself, people. This has been the fourth official. Thank you guys so much for watching. Best of yourself. Best of others. Manaz.